Hello, thanks for stopping by today. So, first of all, Happy New Year. This should be out on New Year's Eve, end of the year. So, just gonna have a quick recap on how the channel's grown. I'm not overly concerned, but we're almost at 800 subs, so that's pretty awesome. And I'm enjoying doing this. So, there's going to be a lot more coming next year, which we'll go through in a minute. But first of all, after the last video, I've had a few people comment that I didn't show anything of Optimus Prime, so there he is. So it's a Lego kit. It does fully transform. I'm not going to start doing it because it takes a little bit to do, but I got this last year at Christmas. I've only just built it this year because I don't have room to put them all. But if you want to see more on that, there's loads out there on YouTube. And also Ari at RC Retro. I think he got one last year. I think he got one the same time as me. So go and check out his. I got this off Santa. So I've never built a TTO2. Never had one. I've got a TTO1E. So it's going to be fun building this. Basically, the golden era of rally cars, Group B for me. So that was one reason why this went on the list of Santa. Got a bearing kit for it. Obviously it's got the friction shocks, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to stickering it, to be honest. So I've been looking through some of the old videos. Yeah, so I've got a few little tips. It does come with a torque tune motor. I don't know if that's just this particular one or if it's like the rally cars that come with them, but happy that it comes with a torque tune motor because it's something that we're going to come on to later on. But I've got a core RC stock motor, 21 turn. Spec wise it's pretty similar to the torque tuned apparently, so that's going to go into that purely for the fact that I need to borrow the torque tuned. So yeah, been an absolute cracking year. Got through lots of races, and then basically 2024. There's a lot going on in the vintage racing scene. So before I get to that, obviously we've had the Ultima, we've had the mid. I've not run the mid. I was supposed to run that last week, but didn't get down to Potteries to run it. So next weekend, 7th of January, is going to be the first time that I get to run it. So I'm going to run it and then need to get it ready for some big races coming up. But two cars that didn't arrive. Firstly, the RC10 Clear. I must not have got my pre-order in soon enough because the limited number that came through on the first shipment, I didn't manage to get one. So it's going to be great to get the Clear. And I think it's pretty obvious that once that's happened, we are going to see this bad boy re-released again, the Gold Pan. So I'm looking forward to that coming. The Clear I'm looking forward to coming purely with the fact that I am going to run it. I know a lot of people say you can't run it, but if I manage to do 5 races with it and nothing breaks, then yes, you can run it. If I break some, just glue it back together and it'll go and sit on the shelf where it's going to live the rest of its life probably anyway. But yeah, so the first one, the RC10. So yeah, really looking forward to this one coming. And then the other one is the 870C. So after looking at posts, I think it's Kai City he's had his. He's also put a post out saying that there is actually very little that's compatible with the re-release to this. Basically, they don't have the molds for it. They've had to retool absolutely everything to make the 870 again. So yes, nothing is going to be perfect, but on that, whether that means it's still going to be eligible for vintage racing, we've yet to find out. So if you're thinking of buying one of these re-releases and just going into some of the big revival events, it'll probably just be revival that it would affect. If there isn't, well, if there's too much changed, it may not be eligible, but I think it will be. Obviously, your Kyosho re-rees, yeah, a lot of people say that the transmission's not the same, but you've got to move with the times in terms of transmission, make it more durable. Obviously, the brushless motors are a lot more powerful than we had when we were running brush back in the day. So hopefully, the scrutineers decide we can run these. Again, I've got one coming. I've got to wait for confirmation that I'm definitely going to get one, but I'm confident that it's going to arrive. So I think they're due around about the 5th. So we've got about a week to go before I'll get my grubby little mitts on one. Stick that down there. So going back to racing, so basically 2024, there's a lot of races going on. So we start off the year at the Euromasters. I got there last year. I've got a place in it this year. Obviously, it's too late for entries now. There is a reserve list, but the Euromasters this year, it's being held at MB Models in Leeds, and it's on Friday the 1st of March to Sunday the 3rd of March. So basically your Friday is practice, Saturday is your 2-wheel drive, Sunday is your 4-wheel drive. Trophy presentation at the end of each day. If you're thinking of like doing vintage events, just have a look through. I'll put a link for all of these events because some of them, the entries haven't opened up yet. But you don't have to do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're only going to be racing a 2-wheel drive, you can just come on the Saturday. You can come on the Friday, do some practice, race on the Saturday, go on Saturday. You don't have to do all 2 days because there are some people that can only do the Sunday. So rather than one person having the Saturday, Sunday, you can have one person doing Saturday, and then it's the same numbers. So that person that race Sunday, someone else can only race Sunday. They get a spot. After that, don't know about this one. The Robinhood Classic. It's to be confirmed. There's still no definite date, but last year it was on the 6th and 7th of May. The year before that it was the back end of April, I think. So I would say the 6th, 7th of May is when it's possibly going to be. Robinhood Raceway, it's a massive venue. They do big nationals, regionals, Euros as well, I think, over there. 2 tracks. They do it on the carpet track. So the Classic is done on the carpet track, and it's a control tyre, which is the Schumacher Honeycomb. So it's you roll on the same tyre. If it's classed wet, they do change the tyre, and I think you can run silver mezzos. I think it's silver mezzos and cut staggers. Different setup for the way they run. So basically, it's up to 99, and then 99 onwards, but they all have to be rear motor. So basically, the benefit of that, if you've got one of the new PR RMs, Dirtmaster, Genova, you can run them. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there, but if I can, I'm probably going to be tempted to run the PR, get that running out there. So yeah, obviously your RC10 B4s, they all fall in that category. Really great event. It's on the Saturday, Sunday. The Saturday is your practice, Sunday is your race day. But like I say, that's to be confirmed. Next up, have I done this right? July, yes. So 6th and 7th of July, we've got the Lakeland Classic. This is held at South Lakes Model Car Club. That's my local car club. This is a charity event. All the money raised goes to the Northwest Air Ambulance. So really good little charity. There's a raffle. So again, it's a Saturday, Sunday event. You can come down on the Friday. There's no practice on the Friday, but obviously a lot of people have to travel. You can come on the Friday, you can camp, and then you're ready to go Saturday morning. But yeah, so that's a 2-day event, and the age formats run pretty similar to Iconic. So if you know how the Iconic age categories work, so I don't know exactly how it is, but they're all sort of like categorized. The only ones I can remember, it's 87, 88, 89 to 93, and then 93 onwards. And I think the 4-wheel drive category goes up to 2004 now. I think that's been extended, but not on the 2-wheel drive. So the 2-wheel drive, it's 98 or 99, whatever it is. Lakeland Classic runs that sort of, it's like a standard that a lot of clubs will run to. One thing I'm looking forward to this is there's going to be a 1-hour endurance race at the end of racing on the Saturday. And why am I looking forward to this is because the car to run is a lunchbox or the Midnight Pumpkin. It's the same chassis. So the rules on this, teams of 3 to 4. You'd need 3 to 4. Obviously, you can only need a driver. You have to have someone marshalling, and you're going to need a mechanic, and then a 4th, basically to split driving or whatever. Mods, you're allowed to do some mods. So torque tune motor, which is where that's going to be going. Oil shocks, obviously. The 18-tooth Hornet pinion. So I think it's a 10-tooth pinion, and I know that they are woefully slow. And the straight that we have on our track, it would probably take you about 5 minutes just to get up the straight. Bearings, obviously. I've got bearings ordered for my lunchbox. The rest must be stock. So my lunchbox, I actually won it at the Lakeland Classic in the raffle last year. So I think it's fitting that it gets run there this year. It was the expert built, so it's bone stock. So I've got bearings ordered. I just need to go through, order everything else, and then I'm just going to do it all in one big hit. Not missed anyone. Right, so moving off after that, the big one, Revival 2024. It's 10 years of Revival, so it's going to be a big one. I don't know if there's going to be anything else happening. But Revival's done over 2 events. So it's all for Parkinson's charity as well. So again, this is another charity. And it's over. So the first one at Bingham Raceway is the 26th to the 28th of July. So again, you've got the Friday, that's your practice. 2-wheel drive Saturday, 4-wheel drive Sunday. Age categories. I'll put links down to all of these as well. So if there's any that you're looking at, you can go and have a look, see what the rules are and everything. After that, the second one is at Broxtowe. Again, another brilliant venue. And again, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, same format. Again, obviously you can camp over, so you can get there Friday morning and then camp for the 2 nights. There's always food on site. 88 Racecraft RC always has a shop there, so if you ever need tyres, wheels, spares, you pretty much get everything off there. And then 2 that I don't know if they're going to happen. The Batley Classic, they did it last year. It was the first event that they've done. They race on a grass track. I don't know if there's anything happening. I've not seen anything come up, so don't know if that's going to happen. But again, it was a Saturday event. You could camp over the Saturday. You could practice on the Saturday. Racing was on the Sunday. And then the last one that I've done was the Vintage Model Racing Jingle Bells Cup. That again was at MB Raceway. So hopefully that's going to happen again. I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will. But hopefully it's going to happen closer in December. So I think it was about the 24th, 25th November. If it happens a little bit closer to Christmas, everyone that knows me, I love Christmas. It'll just be a little bit more Christmassy, I think. But that's it. So just a little update on what's going to be happening next year. What's coming to the channel. Obviously, is there going to be more re-releases? I'd like to think so. A Schumacher going to bring one out. I don't think we're going to see a re-re from Schumacher. It'll have been 2 years, about September, it'll have been 2 years since the Pro Cat came out. And I think the way that Schumacher are running it, it's probably going to be next year. So I'd love to see the Cougar 2 and the Boss Cat come out. But whether we see them, I don't know. But I've waffled on long enough. So I'll leave all the information down below for these events. Obviously, the Euromasters, that's now all filled up. But all the other ones that I've mentioned, so the Robinhood Classic, the Lakeland Classic, Revival, entry hasn't opened up for those events yet. So in the link, if you just keep going onto their Facebook pages. There'll be a date, it'll say entry opens on this day, and it'll happen weeks, maybe even a month beforehand. So that gives you plenty of time to see, right, can I go? And then as soon as the entry opens up, get your entry fired in, and then fingers crossed you'll all get a spot. But that's it. I waffled on long enough, bored you all. Hope you all have a great new year, and the next time I see you, it'll be next year. All right, thanks very much, and take care.